My neighbor has been projecting old karate movies onto his garage, and now my poodle thinks he's a sensei.
The ducks in our pool formed a synchronized swimming team, and now they won't let me cannonball.
I put up Christmas lights in July just to see if the HOA was still watching. They are. I got a citation and a fruitcake. I tried to install solar panels, but the HOA said they didn't match the vibe of the sun. I asked the HOA if I could build a fence. They said yes, as long as it was invisible. The HOA power washed my driveway while I was on vacation. I came back to a bill and a motivational quote etched into the concrete. I put out a bird feeder and got fined for running an unauthorized wildlife restaurant. I left my garage open for 10 minutes and the HOA sent a drone strike.
I planted lavender in the front yard and got a violation for unauthorized aromas.
I parked backwards in my own driveway and they said I was disrupting the flow of chi. I built a treehouse for my kid. The HOA said it needed a permit and an elevator.
I hosted a book club on my porch and got fined for inciting intellectual activity.
The HOA said my lawn was too brown, so I painted it green. Now they say it's too optimistic. I installed a doorbell cam, and the HOA said I was violating the HOA's right to sneak up on me.
I got a warning for my garden gnome being too judgmental. What the heck does that even mean?
I waved at my neighbor and got a fine for excessive friendliness without a permit.
My wife says she wants to feel more connected, so she changed the Wi-Fi password and won't tell me.
The teens ride their e-bikes like they're in Mad Max, and I'm over here just trying to fetch my mail without dying.
Old people love complaining about us riding e-bikes. Meanwhile, they drive golf carts like drunk pirates. It's always 5 o'clock with them.
I painted my door red and the HOA called it emotionally aggressive.
My wife started a side hustle selling crystals, and now the raccoons are drawn to our energy.
My neighbor trims his hedges shirtless while blasting Enya. It's both confusing and sensual. My wife says we need more spark in our marriage, so I bought one of those flamethrowers for the weeds. Now the HOA says our lawn is a fire hazard and our marriage is hotter than ever.
My husband started a podcast about lawn maintenance. We have 3 listeners, and one of them is our dog. My kid joined an e-bike gang. He's just a member, but he's on his way up to head biker guy. I'm so proud.
I was grilling in my backyard, and the HOA said the smoke smelled too adventurous.
I put googly eyes on my mailbox, and now I'm being investigated for surveillance.
None of you are even real. This is all AI.
With this fire, we hold the power of the gods in our hands, and the night will fear us.
That's one giant lady. Better make sure she's sturdy enough to stand tall for 100 years.
That statue will welcome millions just like me, looking for a fresh start in a strange new world.
Turning mountain into monument is like painting with stone and time itself.
Their courage is as fierce as the gods themselves. This fight will be sung for ages.
These men fight not just for land, but for honor and all of Greece's future.
Scott told me about this place called Hog's Breath with live music all day.
Ships come here a few times a week, and Duval Street comes alive very early in the day.
Run! It's right behind us! Go, go, go!
Ships come here a few times a week, and Duval Street comes alive very early in the day.
Oh, sunny days in Key West makes you want to sing along.
Oog just invent. Round rock. Make go fast. Ugh. Big brain time. What Oog call?
Ooga. Bright. Warm. What is? Ooga-like.
Oog fine, sharp rock. Good for hit. This pointy rock. Good for poke. This flat rock. Good for smash.
Why do they keep putting me in sporting goods when the best naps are by electronics? Assembly instructions are boring. Where's a box I can hide in? This customer's so ugly, the free sample ran away screaming. My coworker's so clueless she thinks a push-up bra is a new yoga pose.
My boss so cheap he laminates the employee handbook with Scotch tape. My boss is so old his first performance review was carved in stone.
These residents are so uptight. Their golf carts have dress codes. Even the garden statues here loosen up more than these folks. Their idea of camping is staying at the clubhouse after 9.
You ever see someone file a noise complaint against a chirping bird? Welcome to my shift.
They want me to run background checks on the raccoons and put their paw prints on file.
You ever see someone file a noise complaint against a chirping bird? Welcome to my shift.
My Slice treats your living room window like bonus fairway turf. Enjoy the new breeze. Sorry, not sorry. Your SUV just got a dimpled designer makeover courtesy of my Power Fade.
Who parks near the fairway anyway? Consider that dent a courtesy warning.
Those patio doors needed some ventilation. My 7-iron delivered premium airflow. Your kid should thank me. That chip shot teaches real-world dodgeball skills. And those roof tiles look too neat, so I spice things up with my Titleist. Let me know if you find it. Those things are expensive. I like big putts, and I cannot lie. It takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do.
Golf balls are like eggs, white, sold by the dozen, and gone in a week.
To tee or not to tee? That is my question.
To tee or not to tee? That is the question. I carry a spare pair of pants in case I get a hole in one or if I crap my pants. Golf is like sex. I have no idea what I'm doing, but still manage to have a good time.
Golf is where you yell 4, shoot 6, and write down 5.
E-bike gangs in Stony Brook West are treading on residents' nerves. Here's Mary Palmer with the story.
Our cold brew is so strong it files your taxes and judges your life choices.
Today, there's a high chance of me pointing wildly at nothing. Forecast calls for partly cloudy with a 100% chance. I blame the interns if it rains.
The only thing dropping harder than the rain is this station's funding. This dark spot represents my heart. I'd give you the 5-day forecast, but I don't think I'll be around that long.
This dark spot represents my heart. I'd give you the 5-day forecast, but I don't think I'll be around that long.
Even the clouds think I need a shower and a career change. I hate being the outside guy.
Our green screen is a blanket borrowed from an intern.
If management won't buy markers, I improvise.
We started charging extra for eye contact before 10 a.m.
Like our seasonal drinks last longer than my relationships.
This espresso machine needs more attention than my cat and hacks up twice as many hairballs.
Our customer service motto is pretend to care until the card declines.
The seasonal peppermint mocha now available slightly before your seasonal depression kicks in, so you can just slide right into it.
Management calls these stings performance feedback. The boss says safety gear is optional, just like pay raises.
These Honey Bear bottles have better retirement plans than we do.
My health insurance is 2 Band-Aids and an apology note from a queen bee. Our happy hour ends when the jukebox sobers up.
The smoke alarm is our official timer.
The customer loyalty card is just a Band-Aid if you get in a bar brawl.
Our dish sanitizer is 80 proof and employee tested.
The special tonight is whatever roadkill the cook found on the way into work.
The healthiest option is running past the drive-thru.
I have seen gator nuggets fossilized before they hit the tray, but those things are dinosaurs. You know.
Our secret sauce is mostly gator egg yolks and month-old mayonnaise seasoned in the sun.
My tan comes from neon lights alone. I haven't seen the sun since Elvis left the building.
Every chip I handle has seen more heartbreak than a Spanish soap opera.
I park more midlife crises on wheels than a therapist sees in a year.
I've heard so much off-key singing in this karaoke bar that my ears have taken an early retirement.
These gators are the only ones who smile when I clock in. I've memorized more gator facts than I know about my own family. Also, the gators bite me less.
My job is 50% guiding tours, 50% outrunning anything with teeth.
Welcome to Monster Mart, where prices are so low they live in the basement.
The barista corrected my Italian and my credit score in the same sentence. The drive-through line at Starbucks is so long my phone took 2 iOS updates. Starbucks coffee is so expensive my debit card asked for hazard pay.
My Starbucks Frappuccino cost so much, Siri asked if I wanted to split payments over 12 months. Starbucks spelled my name wrong so badly my bank flagged it as suspicious activity.
Starbucks pumpkin spice comes out so early the pumpkins still have summer jobs.
Starbucks charges extra for oat milk because apparently oats are an endangered species.
The Starbucks drive-thru moves so slow I hit 2 birthdays and 1 midlife crisis before I reach the speaker.
Starbucks charges extra for syrup like the sugar is harvested on Mars and flown in by Venti-class rocket.
Starbucks secret menu is just Italian for bend over and get ready.
Starbucks pumpkin spice arrives in July because seasonal means whenever marketing needs a fresh yacht.
Starbucks asks for your name, then spells it wrong, so the receipt doubles as plausible deniability for overcharge.
Starbucks app now suggests a second mortgage after you add whipped cream to your drink.
My Starbucks baristas has master's degrees in English and doctorate in poetry and still can't spell bill correctly on my cup.
Starbucks baristas correct my pronunciation while their pay corrects my belief in capitalism. Starbucks pumpkin spice comes out earlier every year. Next week, they'll sell Thanksgiving in April.
Starbucks baristas act like chemists, but the only experiment is how far they can stretch my overdraft. Starbucks drive-thru is full of idling SUVs, but that paper straw makes it all okay.
Chick-fil-A charges so much for a combo, my debit card asks to see the manager.
Chick-fil-A workers are either 14 waiting for a ride from mom, or they're 140 waiting for an ambulance.
Chick-fil-A closes on Sunday, so I have to gorge on Saturday night right at closing so I don't get withdrawals. Chick-fil-A cashiers say my pleasure like they're billing you for happiness by the syllable. Chick-fil-A lemonade costs more than rent in 3 Midwest towns.
Chick-fil-A workers say my pleasure while I look at the receipt and say my paycheck. Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe made me sign a waiver and a tithe envelope. Chick-fil-A sauce packets so sacred I resell them on eBay as holy relics.
Chick-fil-A drive-thru so long I finished 2 audio Bibles and 3 rosaries.
Chick-fil-A workers hand me food with Bible verses. I hand them my credit card with a prayer, the charge goes through.
Chick-fil-A. A lemonade costs more than rent in 3 Midwest towns. Chick-fil-A closes on Sunday, so I have to gorge on Saturday night right at closing so I don't get withdrawals.
I spent $500 on yard animatronics just to spite my neighbor. Turns out they're in Vermont until New Year's.
The scariest thing tonight is how many hard seltzers it takes to tolerate these 12-foot skeletons judging my HOA violations.
My dentures have more crunch than this budget candy corn.
These seltzers are the only calls I'm making tonight, and they're all pass interference on sobriety.
The real nightmare is waiting for Hamlin to stop bragging about his stupid fog machine. It makes fog, we get it.
I spent more on this yard skeleton than on our last family vacation, and the skeleton still has a better tan than me.
I always give raisins because candy is for sinners.
Halloween is the perfect time to land a recently divorced dad. I hate being alone over the holidays, and a Christmas wedding is always so pretty.
My costume is The Walking Dead, just like my parents' marriage.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of totally legal cough syrup, whatever keeps the ship moving.
These lights are so bright, and Santa should be able to see us from outer space. The only thing bigger than this inflatable Santa is my college debt.
I maxed a credit card so this toy reindeer can sing off key in 3 languages.
Christmas with 2 little ones is no joke.
And my elf on a shelf just filed a workers' comp claim.
Amazon Prime shipping means the gifts arrive faster than my regret. Coming home at Christmas costs a plane ticket and nonstop awkward questions about my love life.
My neighbors are so sketchy, they decorate their yard with all the skeletons in their closet.
It took them over 3 years to get here, and they still couldn't call ahead.
Those thrusters sound like an asthmatic vacuum cleaner. Remind me why you need spacesuits when your egos are already airtight.
Please practice parallel parking before you visit Olympus Mons. Please practice parallel parking before you visit Olympus Mons. Nice aim. You almost hit the only scenic rock formation.
You call that a starship? I call it cosmic scrap metal.
Mission success. You invented a louder leaf blower.
In this next trick, your expectations will vanish, but the charge for the tickets will stay. Behold, every card is a get well card for this act.
Last week I sawed an audience member in half, now he wants 50% off.
Now watch my dignity disappear. Prepare to be mildly confused as I shuffle these cards until last call. For my levitation trick, I will raise hopes, then drop them sharply. I will now escape from the friend zone using nothing but denial. Behold, the rent money I had to borrow.
Don't blink, or you will miss my career peak happening right now.
I will read your mind. It says, please skip to the karaoke party.
For our finale, I will transform applause into awkward silence before your very eyes.
Direct your fire insurance claims to Bruce.
My dentist calls this routine the lifetime warranty.
This is what happens when a midlife crisis and divorce happen simultaneously.
Welcome to the world's loudest pedicure. If I bring my own heckler, it saves on payroll.
This remix is certified organic noise.
You best relish the show because there ain't no refunds.
The sound technician just filed for witness protection.
My wife is so cold, the ice cream truck lowers its prices when she walks by.
My wife is so loud, the hurricane sirens ask her to keep it down. My wife is so dramatic. Soap operas take notes from her Facebook posts.
My wife is so mean, the bobcat moved on just to avoid her mood swings.
My wife is so cheap, she uses coffee filters twice and sells them as tea bags.
My wife is so unpredictable, then the Weather Channel offered her a job.
My wife is so blind, she still thinks I have hair.
My wife takes so much time at self-checkout, they throw her a going-away party when she's done.
My husband is so lazy, he sets alarms to remind him to nap. My husband is so bad with technology, he thinks Bluetooth is a dental plan. My husband is so lazy, he orders takeout from the microwave. My husband is so frugal, he saves breadcrumbs to season the air fryer. My husband is so cheap, he uses coupons for the free samples at Costco. My husband is so clueless, he thinks daylight savings is a tax cut. My husband is so scatterbrained, even the sprinkler pattern looks organized next to him. My husband is so lazy, he orders takeout from the microwave. My husband is so forgetful that he sets reminders to remember his reminders.
Woo, that's strong. Well, you only live once, right? To mischief.
They padlocked the trash can. There must be something really good in there.
The fries are colder than the Karen's heart, and twice as chewy.
The man with the hose is back, and he thinks he's firefighting my snack time.
All these fancy cups and not one drop of latte for the night shift. Even I have standards, and this ain't food.
Nice try hiding your midlife crisis. Next time, pick a color that doesn't scream desperation.
Cheers to your dry January ending on January 2nd, you lush. Power laxative. Huh. Better put Bill the plumber on speed dial.
It's so wavy, my Fitbit thinks I am sprinting.
These adults splash more than the toddlers and whine twice as much.
They put a lot of chlorine in this pool. This swimsuit used to be bright red.
I came for gentle aqua aerobics, not a tidal wave workout. Some of these women have more plastic than my pool float. Those ladies' facelifts are tighter than my swim cap. I have seen silicone spatulas with more natural curves than this crowd. Look at all the painted up moms. I hope their makeup is waterproof because I'm going to start making waves. Those designer bikinis cost more than my hip replacement and cover less than my Medicare. I see the moms are all wearing their inflatable front floaties. I've seen less filler in Aldi's ground beef. All that silicone could waterproof the kids' slide. Trophy wives must be on clearance this season. I spot a dozen identical models.
You can almost hear the credit cards crying over those designer swimsuits holding on for dear life.
Call it a boob job if you like, but I call it built-in poolside cup holders.
In 30 years, when those MILFs become DILFs, those implants will squeak louder than a dog's chew toy.
My wife was afraid of the dark, then she saw me naked, and now she's afraid of the light.
I haven't spoken to my wife in years. I don't want to interrupt her.
My doctor said I was overweight, and I said I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too.
My wife and I were happy for 20 years, then we met.
I'm taking Viagra and drinking prune juice, and I don't know if I'm coming or going. My cousin's gay. He went to London only to find out that Big Ben was a clock.
I could tell my parents hated me. My bath toys were a toaster and a hairdryer.
I looked up my family tree and found 3 dogs using it.
My wife's jealousy is getting ridiculous. The other day, she looked at my calendar and wanted to know who May was. We sleep in separate rooms, we have dinner apart, we take separate vacations, we're doing everything we can to keep our marriage together.
My wife is so ugly. When she was a kid playing in the sandbox, the cat kept covering her up.
I'm so out of shape this morning, when I put on my underwear, I could hear the Fruit of the Loom guys laughing at me.
I was so ugly, my mother used to feed me with a slingshot.
When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them.
I looked up my family tree and found out I was the sap.
I'm taking Viagra and drinking prune juice. I don't know if I'm coming or going. My wife's jealousy is getting ridiculous. The other day, she looked at my calendar and wanted to know who May was. I'm taking Viagra and drinking prune juice. I don't know if I'm coming or going.
I say no to drugs. Whenever someone asks me for some of my drugs, I say no.
I just realized the only thing stronger than this indica is my desire for snacks.
Why do the customers keep asking for a strain that makes the dog walk itself? Is it normal that the gummy bears are giggling louder than I am?
Back in my day, we called this stuff the reason we invented lava lamps.
Do you have something that helps me remember where I left my memory?
My shift started yesterday, and so did this sentence.
The label says uplifting, so why am I still on the floor?
Doctor said take 2 puffs and call them 2 weeks from next never, so here I am.
We offer express delivery, which means eventually, someday, maybe. I'm paranoid enough. Is the door chime really necessary?
My retirement plan is to forget I still work here. Got anything that helps me remember why I forget why I walked into the room?
78, 79, 90, 91. Wait, did I eat the sample again? 78, 79, 90, 91. Wait, did I eat the sample again?
Please show ID. Unless you're me, then you forgot it at home again.
Patients ask about side effects. I tell them side effects include side quests to the snack aisle.
Patients ask about side effects. I tell them side effects include side quests to the snack aisle. The mouse has spoken. We must install fast pass lanes in every driveway.
These mouses better have guest passes or animal control will escort them to the haunted mansion, aka the old man house with the funny smell.
Does the mouse cult's secret handshake violate copyright because our lawyer can't find the trademark?
The mouse has spoken.
We must install Fast Pass at all the entry gates. Every time I jump into the pool, they yell, "Splash Mountain," and demand money for a photo.
We got a 307, unauthorized It's a Small World sing-along, blocking traffic.
Last Christmas, these mouse cult folks tipped me with collectible pins and a map to the secret tunnel under the clubhouse.
Joining the mouse cult includes forced happiness and mandatory daily parades.
Last Christmas, these mouse cult folks tipped me with collectible pins and a map to the secret tunnel under the clubhouse.
Oh, House of Mouse.
House of Mouse.
The mouse commands us to paint the sidewalks pixie dust pink before dawn.
Have you heard the happy news?
Oh, where ain't that very
Mary.
happy? We at the House of Mouse love you.
My neighbor painted his house beige, but it's not the approved beige. It's more of a rebellious taupe. And frankly, it's tearing the block apart.
Our neighbor's yard has more garden statues than a European cemetery. And at night, they look like they're planning something.
I built a homemade zip line from my roof to the clubhouse, and now everyone's acting like I'm the problem. Someone put fake holes on the golf course again. I sank a birdie into a gopher den, and now I'm being sued by wildlife. I'd like to submit this photographic evidence of a raccoon breaking into my tiki bar and hosting poker night.
Someone keeps rearranging my lawn flamingos into inappropriate positions, and now the mailman won't make eye contact. And
my kid keeps riding his scooter into the new hedge maze, and I haven't seen him since Tuesday. Can we maybe add an exit sign or a rescue dog?
I'm way too old for pickleball. I pulled a muscle just putting on my sunscreen.
this is exhausting. I'm going back to Jazzercise with Stony Bruce West. This is exhausting. I'm going back to Jazzercise with Stony Bruce West.
I've seen faster reflexes from the mannequins at Target. I've seen more action at a funeral. Don't make me send my raccoon in.
I didn't know this was the slow motion Olympics.